Over the course of a 24-year lifespan dating all the way back to 1999, the year in which The Matrix, Toy Story 2 and of course The Phantom Menace all came out in cinema. Smash Mouth released All Star, Crazy Town came out of Butterfly, Will Smith sang a song about the Wild Wild West, and LEGO released its first wave of Star Wars sets. Over the next 24 years, fans were going to be subjected to some amazing sets, some really amazing sets, which will eventually make you homeless when you spent your entire college fund on Cloud City and gambled away your home insurance buying 20 Ewok villages just because you felt like it. But before I digress even more, the point is, over this period of time, along with some of the amazing sets LEGO Star Wars has released, they've also released some pretty horrendous ones too. So today, my friends, we're going to be looking at some of the best and also some of the worst LEGO Star Wars sets released of all time. Starting off on a happy note, we're going to be looking at one of the best sets ever to be released. All the way back in 2013, the Republic Gunship was released. Set 75021. This set is just fantastic.
Fantastic.
It retailed for $120, but unless you mug off a kid and offer him a trade for some Pokemon cards, nowadays you'd be lucky to get this for less than $500. Setting aside the gunship itself, it comes with 4 exclusive minifigures, being the Clone Pilot, Clone Trooper Captain, Padme and Obi-Wan. It also comes along with 2 Super Battle Droids and an expensive Anakin Skywalker. Even the box art is so good, it's a perfect display piece all around. This 1,175 piece is exactly what 11-year-old me would have died for, especially as I grew up watching the prequels and always dreamt of slashing up worms, jumping off of New York flying space taxis, and rolling around in a flower field and chopping off my granddad's arms and head. Sorry, Granddad. But on the other hand, if we move time forward to just last year when LEGO came up with this abomination, set 75332.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
The wonderful 87-piece ATST, which retails for an incredible $35. And if you couldn't tell, that was me being sarcastic. So you get 3 minifigures, and it isn't all horrible, the Ewok being the standout of course, but the problem is just the price. I'd pay $15 top for this. I know it's a 4+ set, but nobody's ever really going to use these builds, and even a 4-year-old would rather save their money for a retired Ben 10 Spider Monkey. Yeah, if you didn't realise, LEGO did actually come out with some Ben 10 sets. But I just can't help not seeing this when I look at the ATST. The resemblance is pretty uncanny, isn't it? But moving on, let's go back to the good stuff. I mentioned it earlier in the video, but set 10236, the Ewok Village, is just brilliant. 15 minifigures. 15. Back in the day, this retailed for $250, and although it's easily double that now, when you think about the lack of minifigures we get nowadays, and the fact you got 15 with a 1,990 piece build, even at $500, it's still a really good value. The standout minifigures being Teebo and Leia in her rags. Can you not just imagine having this as a display piece in your collection and the amount of attention it would bring? The Endor trees look amazing, and with 15 minifigures to go with it, your imagination could lead you anywhere and everywhere with this set. It is just flawless.
Nice.
Sticking with the good stuff for a minute, next up we have set 75192. We've all seen it for sale and we all want it. It's the UCS Millennium Falcon. $850 is steep, but if you're patient you can get it cheaper, but the price really doesn't matter for this. You could rewatch How I Met Your Mother 10 times in the amount of times it takes to build the 7,541 piece Falcon.
Legendary.
But saying that, it is the most incredibly detailed Millennium Falcon that LEGO have released and probably will be for a very long time. However, if you live in a room under the stairs like this guy, then I hate to break it to you, but this set probably isn't for you. So if we now look at some more of the worst LEGO Star Wars sets, and we have this set. One word, irrelevant. Sorry, Rose. Moving on, we have set 75286. Now this one hurts. General Grievous's Starfighter. It's not horrible, but it had such a potential to be so much better. As a huge Clone Wars fan, with the animation aspect being my favourite within Star Wars, I mean, Rebels is the best, everybody, so just don't hate me, you know it's true. The minifigures are fine, and Grievous himself is good. It's just his Starfighter. I get that it's meant to be bland, but to me, it just lacks so much. It lacks a lot of character, it isn't as sleek as the show, and it gives me thoughts of Popeye. It does, it's just way too bulky on the wings compared to the middle of the ship. It is a small set which retailed for $80, and as I said before, the minifigures are perfect, but the build really does let it down. If you're going to include an Airborne Trooper and Obi-Wan, at least put Obi-Wan Starfighter and make this a $100 set. This would naturally give more credibility to them being included in this set, otherwise it just looks like LEGO just chucked them in there for the sake of it. My best comparison would be the new Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor set. At least now I can say that LEGO have probably learned from their mistake. Now don't let this next one give you nightmares, okay, because I have actually warned you. You see, I'm sorry Jin, but no. Giving her a little bit more credit, all of the buildable figures are pretty naff. I just chose Jin to be the standout here, literally just because her face case. I have actually got one of these. I have the First Order Stormtrooper, and the only real thing I do with it is awkwardly stare at it every day, wondering if I can make it twerk like Lizzo and She-Hulk. I get the idea behind the theme, but I just wish someone at LEGO took a minute just to think and realise what a catastrophe this theme would eventually be. I'm sorry Jin, but the stats just don't lie. Back on the good stuff then, and next up I bring you set 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. It was regularly on sale during its days of being on the shop shelf, but as soon as it retired at the end of last year, it has soared up in value. With all members of Clone Force 99 being present, probably a little controversial, but I do believe it is the perfect set to represent collectability, as it comes with basically everything you'll ever need as a Bad Batch fan. You have the whole crew being Clone Force 99 and its iconic Marauder, and if you want Omega just to top it all off, you can go on eBay and get her for under $20. I'm sorry, I'm being a little mean, I do actually quite like Omega. I'm so glad I bought this set. The only nag is the cockpit, but I do plan to go on Rebrickable in order to get that changed in the near future, because it would just look 10 times more representable and better with a clear plastic cockpit. Getting the whole of Clone Force 99, a very popular squad, definitely makes this set, in my eyes, one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets, at least within the last couple of years. So finishing off strong, I bring you one of my favourite sets of all time. So this is definitely not a biased opinion. Set 75053, The Ghost. If you're new around here, then you'll quickly realise that I'm actually a huge Star Wars Rebels fan.
You remind me every 23 seconds.
It's one of my favourite shows, and I probably end up talking about it in most of my videos. Or at least try to slip a clip in when I can. When it came out back in 2014 for just $90, 5 minifigures and 929 pieces is an amazing value, but on the steep end it's pushing towards $800 now. There is a clear reason why it's gone up so much, and it's because it provides the perfect fulfillment of nostalgia towards Rebels fans. The only thing missing is Ezra and Sabine, not to mention the Phantom and Chopper, but you can go and get all of these. And apart from having to buy the Phantom separately, there isn't more that you can really criticise about this set. With rumours of a new one on the way in time for the upcoming Ahsoka show, the Ghost is definitely on par with the best LEGO Star Wars sets that have ever been created. Whether you keep it in box or display it on a shelf, it's an incredible set to get your hands on. For $90, the level of detail is just phenomenal. It was the perfect value for money back in the day. I do hope that if this set is remade and LEGO whack up the price points, the level of detail will be matched. But setting aside the future, the Ghost we have right now provides me with everything I will ever desire in a LEGO Star Wars set, and I do hope that one day I will be able to get my hands on it, even for the hefty $800. But I know you can get it for a bit cheaper than that second hand. So that brings me to the end of the video for today, everybody. I know I've not included loads of notable sets, both on the best side and the worst side of LEGO Star Wars, but that is the joy of YouTube, because I can always go and make a part 2. That is if this video does go down well and you all want to see more. And saying that, if I do make a part 2, which sets would you like to see included, for the good and for the bad? Remember to like and subscribe as good soldiers follow orders. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all very soon.